I know we've only known each other for 4 weeks and 3 days, but to me, it seems like 9 weeks and 5 days.
All right, all my passionate plant people and garden enthusiasts. Welcome to the Let's Get Growing Show, the Sunday edition of the Let's Get Growing Show, right here on the Urban Gardener channel. I'm Enoch. I'm your host today. We've got a really great special show for you today. Special presentation here on the Let's Get Growing Show today. We've got our good friend, Mr. Bowtie David from Bowtie Life, joining us live from Mansfield, Missouri. Yes, he's over at the Baker Creek Spring Planting Festival right now, hanging out live with us. He's got some special guests and some folks lined up who's going to sit in the seat with him over there and at the Baker Creek Spring Planting Festival. And we've got one good special guest coming up here in just a few minutes here. Actually, he's lining up. This special guest is one of the featured guest presenters at the Baker Creek Film Planting Festival, and he's got his talk is happening in minutes from now. So we're going to have him for just a few minutes here. Coming up in just a minute, we'll let you know who that is here in just a minute or two as we get going with that. But again, everybody, thank you so much for being here with us today here on the show. So let's do this real quick. Let's go ahead and click that thumbs up, hit the like button real quick, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, bell notification, and be notified of all of our upcoming shows. Definitely share with all of your friends, all your garden friends, garden groups, all of them out there. Let them know about our Let's Get Growing show here on the weekends. Yes, your 3-day gardening talk weekend right here on the Urban Gardener channel with 3 days of Let's Get Growing shows. Yes, that's right. We're here every Saturday and Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern, as well as, yes, we finish out our 3-day weekend on Monday evenings with our good friend and co-host Natalie from the Fresh Princess joining us for the Green Room. That's at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern, an evening show to finish off our 3-day weekend here on the Let's Get Growing show. Big, huge shout out to all of you who are joining us on the replay. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on your time. It's great to have you here with us, hanging out. And definitely, if you can, drop into our comment section. Let us know you're here. Let us know where you're growing from, what you got growing on in your garden, all of that sort of stuff. We'd love to hear from you. And if you're here joining with us in the chat right now, definitely be joining in on the conversation. We'll kind of try to do a little bit of a roll call like we normally do. We're going to kind of jumping right into things here today. So, but we'll kind of try to do something like that a little bit later on in the show here. So still let us know you're here. Let us know where you're growing from, all of that sort of stuff, what you got growing on in your garden. We definitely want to talk with all of you folks who are joining with us live here today. So again, thank you all so much for being here with us. And yeah, let's go ahead and just jump right into this today because we've got our good friend, like I said, good friend David from Bowtie Life joining with us live from Mansfield, Missouri, over at the Baker Creek Heirloom Spring Planting Festival. And like I said, he's going to have some really special guests with him joining with us today. And he's already got one special guest joining in with him. I got to get one more thing here real quick, if this thing will cooperate with me here real quick. But yeah, he's got one special guest already with him right now. So let's go ahead and have him join with us here on screen. There we are. Yeah, we got him.
There we go.
We've got our good friend, Mr. Bowtie David, here live at the Spring Planting Festival Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company's farm in Mansfield, Missouri, and with a very special guest there with us today, David, right?
Yes, we do. In fact, I've never quite felt so out of my league before.
Hardly.
Many of you might know this is P. Allen Smith. And why don't you just tell us a little bit about what you're doing here at the show?
Well, I'm like everyone else here. I'm just enjoying this happening.
Yeah.
You know, it's got such a great vibe, and people are here for all these marvelous talks, getting all ramped up for their spring planting. There's plant vendors, all kinds of marvelous plants and seed to buy. And of course, it's all focused on these sort of nutritionally dense vegetables that you can grow yourself if you follow organic practices. And with Baker Creek seed, you can get such diversity in your garden that you can't really anywhere else. So it's a real happening, and it's great. There's just so many people here, you just can't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Baker Creek throws some of the best events. They're like a family to me. I've got to know all of them through their heirloom expositions that they did for so many years over in California that I got to go to and everything. But getting to be out there on the farm, though, that's just really special. It's got to be a really special place out there. Getting to see everything that they grow. I know you come from a very special place, though, too, Mr. Smith. Moss Mountain Farm and all of that as well, too. So it's got to be one thing to be going from such a amazing place that you live in already, but they're at the Baker Creek Festival as well.
All very special indeed. My focus here, to finish your previous question, is to talk about the diversity. Genetic diversity. We certainly are covering it in spades here with regard to seeds and plants and vegetables, etc., edibles. But also what I'm going to talk about is add poultry to it. We have the Heritage Poultry Conservancy we founded about 20 years ago. And I'll be talking about how homesteaders can incorporate some of these rare breeds and help with the conservation of the genetics of a lot of these great fowl.
So you're speaking to a bunch of people that are very knowledgeable on heirloom seeds and preserving heirloom seeds. How do you explain your heritage poultry to people like that? Isn't a heritage chicken just a seed bank with feathers?
I've never heard it called that.
Leave it to me, though.
Yeah. Are you just a man with a bow tie? Yeah.
Yes.
I love it.
I think that there's a lot to the sort of heritage movement. I think it's a conservation of genetic diversity. And there's certainly not as many varieties of poultry, domestic poultry, as there are seeds and edible plants that are so beautifully displayed here at Baker Creek, not only being grown here in the greenhouses, but the gardens, and then all these vendors bringing a lot of plants, young plants. So everybody's excited about getting started. The same with poultry. We've been hatching since January farm as part of the Heritage Poultry Conservancy. And so this is the time of year to really, for people to get engaged in the idea of conservation of genetics. We're just shifting the conversation over to poultry. I mean, why? Well, I mean, what's the number one animal protein eaten on the planet? It's chickens,
right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So when you look at the rare poultry breeds, what are you trying to preserve? The genetics, the history, the usefulness, the beauty, or story that comes with it?
I think all of those are attributes to the movement. I mean, you could apply those to seed as well,
right?
All across the board. But I think with poultry, what we're doing is we're producing a bird that is off the grid, as it were.
Right.
These birds don't really require the same kinds of housing and medication and so forth that the industrial farm complex is producing. And so there's that. There's just the resiliency of it.
Right.
you want to talk about food safety, I mean, and just the food system, they play a huge role in it. I did a TED talk, you can Google it, called The End of Choice. It's a TED talk, P. Allen Smith, End of Choice. And you can watch that if you want to see my views or hear my views on it and see some images of the poultry and our operations at Moss Mountain Farm.
Right. I'm sure Jay will get a link to that posted here pretty soon.
Yeah, that's just what I was going to say.
She's pretty amazing, isn't she?
That's right.
But go ahead, Ian, please.
Well, I was just going to say that with all that you know, all of this history and everything that you have with all of that, that it seems like it's really pretty important work to you. What brought you on to doing this kind of preserving and heritage and all of that with chickens? I don't have much experience with chickens myself, but it's really fascinating to me. But what was something that really you know, brought you to that?
Well, our work is really focused on poultry, not specifically chickens. So that also includes domestic ducks, geese, turkeys, and guinea fowl.
Yeah. Thanks for the clarification.
Yeah, and then of course chickens. You know, I had the good fortune to grow up on a farm. I was a 4-H'er. I raised poultry. I showed poultry. When we came to Moss Mountain Farm over 20 years ago, it was really important to me to add meaningfulness to the place and all the activities and the programmatics that we have there. And I had seen over the years and being interested in poultry since I was a youngster, sort of a decline in the breeds that you would order from hatcheries. You'd get these birds that to my memory were much larger. And in fact, after doing some research, it was clear that a lot of these grand old breeds that one saw in the 19th century, early 20th century, they had really declined in terms of the size and how they met the standard of 1874, which is when the American Poultry Association was founded. And you couple that with industrial chicken and how it's raised, the fact that in 6 weeks they take a chick, it takes 21 days to hatch it, and then in 6 weeks, it's ready to be butchered. So there's a ethical question there. And, you know, that played a role in my interest in trying to preserve these breeds that really can make it on their own. You know, they're very sustainable in themselves. And they do take longer to raise. They do require, you know, a little bit of you just have to have patience, not unlike what we're talking about with some of the seed varieties. You know, these aren't super duper hyped up hybrids. These are the real deal. I mean, we're raising silver gray Dorkings, probably 7 or 8, 4, 5 colors of Dorkings, which is an English breed. It's a fantastic flavor to the flesh, and you can't find them. They're rare as the dodo, and we keep Dorkings. They were brought into Britain as the 5-toed fowl with Caesar's conquering armies in 53 BC.
Huh. Wow.
And we carry that lineage. White-faced black Spanish were first identified in the Iberian Peninsula in 700 BC. You know, these are landrace breeds that are adapted to a certain environment, just like the seeds we're talking about here at Baker Creek.
Yeah.
So these white-faced black Spanish in the 1920s and 30s, if you went across Texas, what breed did you see being used for producing eggs? White-faced black Spanish, because they came from Spain and it's hot. And they could endure the Texas summers, you know, and still produce big white eggs. Go try to find a good white-faced black Spanish. Well, you can find them. But the point we make at Moss Mountain Farm and with the Heritage Poultry Conservancy is that it's not just some example of it. We want the best example of it. The best example set out by the standard of perfection in the American Poultry Association. So we're trying to raise not only the birds by name, but the birds by the highest quality and standard possible.
Wow.
So if you're talking to Go ahead, Nina.
No, I was just going to say it's really fascinating. And the only thing I'd really kind of interject here and let you ask a question here, but is just that I think, even your analogy about the seed banks, in the poultry and that sort of thing, I thought was really kind of fascinating. And and talking about the seeds there at Baker Creek, and as
Yep.
a person who's not as familiar with poultry, raising poultry, or all that sort of stuff, but the things I learned through gardening and growing and all of that is that it was a completely different experience than what I was used to by going to the store. We talk about that a lot. I think there's a lot that we just in general kind of get used to, even if we're a backyard chicken person or something. There's certain varieties, I suppose, that we would go and we would do that would be in general, sort of like, we would think of our food we'd buy at the store versus this idea that, the things we learn as we get into it, that there's just this massive array of variety out there that we're totally not even aware of, which I think is just really interesting, even putting it in the perspective of poultry as you are, from what I got to learn and experience through gardening and all the variety of different plants and vegetables that were out there than from what I was used to thinking about this on a poultry level is completely fascinating.
Well, the reason I'm here is that I feel like that these homesteaders are a key to preservation of genetics, both in terms of seed, but also poultry. Many of them are interested in poultry. Many of them keep poultry. But if you look at their flocks, they've got a flock of mongrels. And it takes just as much time and just as much food, just as much in the way of resources to manage a flock of mongrels as it does a really great line of silver-laced Wyandottes or Buff Orpingtons or white-faced black Spanish or Minorcas, where you're not only are you producing eggs and meat for the table, but you're also doing something worthwhile from the conservation of a genetic standpoint. So, shift your thinking, look through a conservation lens, and put your efforts toward that. That's the point here, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Completely. Well, I'll let you finish up with one more question there, but I know you got to get going, Mr. Smith. You got to talk that you're about ready to do. He's about ready to get on stage himself to go and talk all about this stuff.
So about 10 minutes left.
All right. So go ahead there. I know you had a question there.
Well, I was just we're talking about that. We're talking to a lot of home gardeners that may not ever raise chickens, but there's a lot we can learn here. And I was just wondering what could we learn from from raising poultry about creating a better ecosystem, healthier soil and all that. I mean,
well, one of the benefits that I talk about consistently of just keeping poultry, and you don't have to have a purebred line of a certain breed to do this. You can have a flock of mongrels, and that's perfectly fine to have that. I mean, I love them, no matter what they are. But the manure is a byproduct that is extraordinarily beneficial to plant life. And if you're interested in soil and interested in building good soil and microbial activity, there's nothing like it. And we use our poultry manure in our special blend of compost that we create, and we're all organic at Moss Mountain Farm. And anyone who's not been out to see us, they should come. We're open in the spring from March through the end of June, and then we reopen in September, October, November, and a little bit of December to come out and see the gardens. We're only open on Thursdays and Fridays and one Saturday a month.
Man, yeah, I know. I was looking at all that. I was like, man, I would really love to be able to check out that. You got so many amazing spaces at your Moss Mountain Farm. I just couldn't imagine being able to get such a great tour of that. But again, though, I just want to thank you for taking your time to be here.
Hold on. Actually, Mrs. Bowtie has a question.
All right. Let's
I would like to talk about your book coming out, Moss Mountain Farm: A Sense of Place. Can you tell us a little bit about it? It's available for pre-order right now.
That's right. So I've finally gotten around and written.
Good call.
We're gonna let you go without that.
Well, I've written. Well, it's my 7th book, and we've had a lot of interest over the years of people wanting a book about the farm itself. You see, it was settled in the 1840s by the Moss family, hence the name Moss Mountain. And yeah, so the book is it's rather large. It's 1 foot square.
Oh,
I should be
wow.
selling it by the pound. It's 200 photographs. So it's a big book, and it describes the history of it and all the different aspects of it, including the poultry.
Yes.
So yeah, there's a chapter called
Sweet.
the farmyard, and
Right.
that's where I talk about the animals and that ecosystem that they contribute to the farm ecosystem. But yeah, you can pre-order. If you order online, that we'll start shipping them out first week of June. I think that's when they're delivered to us, and I'll sign them, personalize them, and send them out. Yeah.
So you've
Amazing.
worked in gardening, food production, design, television, all these different areas throughout your career. What ties that all together for you?
Gardening.
Mhm.
Is it
There we
okay?
go.
Well, I mean, the media is just a vehicle to communicate and help people become aware of things like this,
Mhm.
Baker Creek, things like the Heritage Poultry Conservancy, conservation of poultry genetics. It's just a vehicle. So I came
Mhm.
back from graduate school in England. Had become a certified fellow of the Royal Horticultural Society, and over time have remained connected to England. The Rare Breed Survival Trust is similar to the Heritage Poultry Conservancy in England, where we're trying to conserve these breeds. So there's a close connection there. Design and so forth. I studied garden history and design at the University of Manchester School of Architecture. So we have clients across the country where we help create gardens and spaces for them. Sometimes we get involved with the house. I like to get involved with the house. There's a lot of bad architects out there, I'll tell you that. And that don't know a fig about plants or the
Right.
landscape.
Right.
So we
Mhm.
try to help people as much as we can in that area.
So I'm looking at your website and this garden is stunning. Do you have a
It's
favorite?
550 acres.
Oh,
on-
okay.
wow.
So do you have a favorite plant or a favorite area of the garden?
It's-
I know
it's
some
well,
people have
It's
this time of year,
amazing.
the favorite part of the garden is the part that's fully weeded.
That's right.
Yeah. It's a lot
I don't
to
know.
manage.
I've looked around at some things at the Moss Mountain Farm and the idea of this book, and you talk about a size of it. I bet you there's still a lot that you weren't able to include, even when it comes to it as well, too.
Well, there's two more to follow it, so you're quite right. So there's
Yeah.
in the Sense of Place series, and a lot of people have asked, where are we with our PBS presence? We had Garden Home for 20 years, and now we're producing a new show called A Sense of Place, and from the farm, and it goes along with this series of books. So Moss Mountain Farm, A Sense of Place, is the first out of the Sense of Place
Right.
series, because I did the Garden Home series, and I did 6 books for that. Yeah.
Perfect. Wonderful. Wonderful.
But
Excellent.
yes,
Yes, I do. I really would love to. It would be an absolute dream. Again, too, I love gardening just as much.
we're an
And
airplane ticket away.
really am. Yes, that's right. That's right. And yeah, and for again too, thank you so much too. I don't want to hold on to you too much longer because I know you're pressed for time to get on to your next gig there to speak here at this awesome Spring Planting Festival. I would love to get you back on the show sometime to talk a lot more and dig deeper into your garden
Sure.
story and these books and your
Anytime,
shows and
absolutely.
all of that sort of stuff too. It'd be an absolute pleasure to have you here with us though too, again, for a longer discussion. But thank you so much for dropping in though for a few minutes here and spending some time with us here at the beginning of our show today.
Be sure and go check him out at his website, pallensmith.com.
You can order his
Yeah,
book.
we've
can
got
order
some
his book.
links. We've got some links in the discussion right now. Jay's been doing that. We'll also
Yep.
try to make sure we get some in the description below as well too, for all
Very
of you who
kind
are following
of
on
you.
there.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right. Very good.
Thank
All
you,
right.
sir.
Thank you, Mr.
Yeah, this
P.
is
Allen Smith, with us here
Excited
today.
to have you here. Thank you.
What an awesome way to get our show started today, Mr. Bowtie. How fantastic. Mrs. Bowtie, too. I know you're over there on the side. I was saying yesterday how much I think it's just absolutely fantastic. How much, again, I got to remember to thank you as well too, as well as David, for all of this hard work you guys have done to put things together. And what a great great way to start our show today with Mr. P. Allen Smith in the hot seat right there with Mr. Bowtie. Right off the bat, what a way. If you're gonna just jump
Yeah.
right into a show, what a way to jump right into a show, right?
Seriously, right? Seriously.
Absolutely fantastic, completely fantastic.
Well, it's been an exciting day, to say the least. Just the whole trip.
Tell us a little bit about this, because I was kind of, and here's the thing I got to say real quick, actually, before we get moving on. Just
Go
a
ahead.
real quick aside. We had quite an ending to our show yesterday. I was just hanging out with everybody. We were just kind of having a hangout day yesterday. And for those of you who are with us today who kind of want to know a little bit about what happened there at the very end of yesterday's show, hang on towards the end of today's show, and I'll tell you a little bit more about all of that. And then how we had to cut things off really abruptly yesterday on the show. So I'll tell you all about that later on. So a little teaser for everybody. If you want to know more about how yesterday's show ended, hang on towards the end of this show, and I'll tell you all about what happened there as well too. So, oh boy, it's been a fun weekend here. I know you guys have been having fun over there at Baker Creek, getting out there, getting started here with the festival. Tell us all about getting there, the drive, all that sort of stuff. I know you guys traveled quite a ways. Let's get into a little bit of that there before we really dig into some things that we got going on there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we did have a little bit of fun on the way in. Of course, you have to go to Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's. Yeah. I've heard of Buc-ee's. All right. Oh, we got a video. Is there a video playing?
There's supposed to be.
Okay.
Oh, doggone it. Hang on. I got other problems here. I've been trying to get stuff set up.
We got other things going on.
Yeah, we got all.
I don't know what. Let's fix here. Let's fix what's going on here. Make sure we got it all right. I think I hit the wrong button when I was trying to do something there. Are you there? I hit the other button. I should have hit the one. Okay. You getting things fixed up there? There we are. There you are. Okay.
Oh, good Lord.
I was like, all of a sudden we got a video playing. I was like, oh, we're going to look at some booths. All right. What's happening here?
Yeah. Sorry. That was, we're doing like 12 things at once here. Yeah, let me try that again. It's only, let's see, you know what? I know what's wrong now. I just figured it out. I was trying to get something else ready for our next show. And there we go. Okay. This is here we go. Okay, so yeah, Mrs. Bowtie was out. She's been looking at some of the booths. This is the display tents that that Baker Creek has that are just endless display tables under tents worth of stuff.
That's basically everything they grow.
What's that?
It's basically everything they grow is out there.
Oh wow, yeah, yep.
So, and
that's one of the things that makes just what their festival so amazing, especially, and glad to see they've got such great displays right now too, like this as well. Because I was wondering, with spring before everything's planted and grown and all of that. But at the Heirloom expositions, with more of a harvest festival, you get to see all these fully grown fruits and pumpkins and squash.
Exactly, yeah.
Just tables and tables of this amazing things and stuff too. So it's awesome to see that they still got those kind of cool displays as well.
Yeah, because we were talking with one of their master gardeners.
Yes, horticulturist.
Their master horticulturist, Andrew, and they grow year round so that greenhouses. So
Yeah.
we had fresh everything.
Yeah.
Shawnee asks, tell us about any tastings you've done. Do they got some tastings?
They don't really have any tastings, but some of the
Yeah.
vendors have got some good stuff. I've
Some
had
samples and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got some vendors doing some organic and some all natural and farm fresh food.
Oh yeah.
We also have just your basic food trucks.
Mm-hmm.
But the big thing is coming, looking at these plants. There are lots of starts out here. Lots of people with start so that you can, if you haven't started seeds, you can get a plug.
Yeah.
Do that. And that seed tent over there where they're selling places, that has been packed all day.
Oh yeah, that is a big thing. Like at the Heirloom expositions too, is that the Baker Creek seed area where you could get the seeds because you get them for a really good deal at the festival there, versus buying them through the mail and everything, and you'd get lines of people and everything. I will say something about Shawnee's question though too about my experience at the Heirloom expositions. They always had a watermelon tastings, so you could taste all the different watermelons. And we just kind of keep going back around to the watermelon tasting tables and fill up on watermelon almost every single day. It was just one of the best parts of the whole thing.
Right.
Yep.
But we have another special guest here right now as well, and this person has become very important to me.
All right.
Everybody in here knows how scatterbrained I can get, and so Mrs. Bowtie keeps me straight. This is the person that I've been communicating with, Michelle.
Hi.
And
Michelle. This is the famous Michelle.
This
awesome.
is
the infamous.
All right. Here we go. The infamous.
Yes. And by the way, we got to get you out here.
I know. I
Consider
do.
this your public invitation.
Yes, I know.
Okay?
I'm dying to do it. Believe me, I got it because I've as the Baker Creek family knows, I love the Heirloom expositions that have been out in California over the years. I've gone to every single one of them, even with the break in between and everything, and just it's one of my favorite parts of the year was to go to that festival and everything. So even though it's all the way out in Missouri now, I'm gonna have to find my way out there and go out, hopefully get out to the new Heirloom expositions out there.
We would love that. We just felt like it was
amazing.
Yeah, we just felt like it was time to bring the expo home, and this is the first year we're doing it here, September 27th and 28th. And this is, this farm is just such a magical place to share with people. Yeah. Even when we don't have 10,000 of our best friends here for a festival, it's still such a magical, biodiverse place. And we think it's one of the most biodiverse privately held farms, certainly in Missouri and probably in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. Excellent. Well, again, thank you so much for doing some behind the scenes work. David's been keeping me informed and everything, helping us get Mr. P. Allen Smith on for us to start out our show today. I mean, what an amazing way to get our show started. Plus having him, he's speaking there right now as we speak here at the festival and everything as well too. But just really amazing. Thank you so much for all of that and coming and hanging out with us. Tell us a little bit more about what you do there with Baker Creek and Seed Company there as the media rep.
Well, I gave myself a job title because I didn't really have one.
There you go.
Media Swiss Army knife.
Just kind of there doing some things, and you were like, I need a title.
Media and it needs doing. Well, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Now, so Media Swiss Army knife. Mm-hmm. You have quite a career. And I've done a little research on you.
Tell it.
It's all been stellar. I mean,
are you sure you have the right Michelle Johnson? Because there are a
lot of them.
It is a pretty common name.
There's like 7,842 of them.
I can't believe there's
every single one of them.
I can't believe there's not more.
So all you Michelle Johnsons out there.
Yeah. No, that wasn't me.
So now I saw something about award-winning writer and storyteller, and tell us a little bit about your resume, just briefly.
Well, I
Yeah.
do have a history of committing journalism.
Committee. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So I spent many years in newsrooms as a print reporter, an editor, digital editor, lots of years in public media newsrooms around the country. And when I, and then at a certain point, I was done. I mean, just done. So my last public media job was in 2018. At Wisconsin Public Radio. And when I left that job, I knew just one thing, and that was that I could never go to a newsroom again. The 24/7 news cycle is brutal.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine.
Yeah. Right. And at a certain point, it just takes an emotional toll on you that you just, if you're honest with yourself, you just say, okay, I'm done. I'm going to let somebody younger and hungrier do this work. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And this opportunity came along to work here. I just said, okay, universe, here I go. Boom. And that's what happened. So early on, my work I was really focused on it's basically a content marketing initiative called Seed Stories. I would do deep dives into the history of these heirloom seeds, and I created a series of about 100 multimedia pieces that were also printed in the catalog. We're in the process of publishing those digitally as well. And I will tell you what, guys, that project is the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wow.
Yes. And so I'm not a gardener, but I love stories and I love researching, and I love being able to put a story and sometimes even a face behind these historic varieties. I like to say that every seed has a story. We just might not know it.
Yes, that's so true. And that's again, and I'm sure you're very familiar with another one of our friends of the show, Bevan Cohen.
I just talked to him last week.
Yeah. Again, too, another just seed historian and that sort of thing, and through some of the things and stories he's told and stuff, and I just can't imagine how amazing some of the things that you've gotten to learn about the history of seeds as well too, and all that. It's just so fascinating to me, all of that. Again, it kind of even goes back to what we were saying with P. Allen Smith kind of earlier. As gardeners, we're new gardeners, and people are just kind of getting into growing food and doing things, and we start to learn more about the things that we're growing, and a lot of that is seed, things, and all these plants we're growing come from seed, and the seed has such an amazing history. So I think it's just kind of natural for some of us gardeners to just kind of fall into some of those stories that which is again, so thankful that folks like yourself, and Bevan and people are spending the time like this to be able to go out and to find those stories for us, and to be able to make sure that you're preserving them and that we get to learn them. So too, I mean, that's really absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a really humbling experience for me too. To spend time thinking about people who cared so much, and to think about the way the arc of history is formed. We Paleolithic farmers, from the very beginning of agriculture, people were selecting and breeding seeds based on the qualities that they observed and wanted more of. So it's what the work itself is ancient. It's as old as agriculture itself.
Yeah.
So has there been a story that you've
Favorite story?
covered that really changed your view of gardening?
Oh, you're asking me to choose a favorite, David? Let's talk about which one of your children you like the most.
I know which one. They know
And
which
do
one.
they know?
It's not that one.
Gosh, let me think about that. Let me think about that. Actually, there's really, I could choose a million stories, but there's one that comes to mind, and that is there's so many different kinds of stories. There are the stories of immigrants who brought heirloom seeds with them when they emigrated to the U.S. You know, Italian Americans and these incredible tomato varieties, peppers, German immigrants, and cabbages, cole crops. The story that I am going to tell you, though, is the story of Wilmette Cockrell, who was she was a botanist, and she was teaching in Colorado, and she was walking along the roadside by her new house one day, and she spotted in a field of sunflowers in the ditch, she spotted a single red sport, and she dug it up and she took it home, and applying principles of Mendelian genetics, which was still a fairly new concept at the time, she bred that sunflower, and she bred it over successive generations, stabilized the genetics, and from her work in the early 20th century, all red sunflowers, Helianthus, that we know today, come from that single sport that a keen-eyed woman with some skill plucked out of a ditch in Boulder, Colorado. Yeah. Burpee's was the first, I believe, the first American seed company to offer it. And they even did this wonderful, brochure with her whole story in it. Anyway, so many people we know and so many people we don't know. This work of seed saving, breeding has been a labor of love passed down generation after generation.
Yeah. That's just amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I had a question that came in. Wickershire was asking, Michelle, how did you become part of Baker Creek?
I knew a guy.
He jokingly says, do they pay you in cash or free seeds? He says, I know I'm taking the free seed.
You know, you would not be the first to make that offer, buddy. I knew a guy. That's all I can say. I knew a guy.
So yeah, how did that again? You quit this newsrooms. We're doing all that sort of stuff. So how did you find the ad in a paper somewhere?
Honestly, you want the
go
and
knock on the door
right?
at the farm there and just say, hey, this is what I do. Yeah.
No. Basically, I was sitting around in my unair-conditioned apartment in Madison, Wisconsin in August, sweating. And I got a text from my niece who said, hey, Michelle, the videographer at Baker Creek just quit. Send John Brazaitis, the general manager, send John your resume. And I had two thoughts simultaneously.
Yeah.
One was, I'm not a videographer. And the other one was, I need a job. So I came down here for a couple of weeks, pretended to be a videographer, got the job. And the rest, as they say, is history. And that's the honest to goodness truth. Yeah. But honestly, what I love about what I'm doing now is that it just feels so good to me, so fundamentally good to me, to use my gifts and my skills in the service of something that helps me feel more whole, not more fragmented. That was the point I had reached with my work in newsrooms. And so that, I think this has probably saved my life.
Yeah.
And that's not exaggeration.
That's
So-
great. I love that story too.
Thank you.
So you came up earlier with a bag. You bought some plants, so that must mean you are a gardener.
Oh, there.
also.
Well, yes, there is a. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So there's a couple of raised beds in the backyard. Mostly herbs right now. Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Yes, but there's definitely going to be some long beans. Are big favorite, so we're definitely going to have some long beans in there. Gonna have some. We have to have some basil because I'm almost out of pesto in the freezer. Let's see. Cucumbers are in the works. Do you guys have? Do you have a favorite Baker Creek cucumber?
I'm afraid to say, because if I say one
See,
that I
I'm
didn't get here,
Yeah. Okay.
then I'm in
that's all right.
trouble.
You just tell me your favorite.
But I
cucumber.
think
There's-
do y'all sell? You don't sell the Suyo Long. That's not an heirloom.
We do have. I thought we do have the studio on.
Do you? Okay. Okay.
Have you tried the China Jade? China Jade's also a really good
Yeah.
cucumber. Yeah.
I do have
What do
heavy.
you like, Brett? The Seacom?
Seacom, yeah. Seacom's a great
Seacom.
cucumber.
What about you guys?
Seacom, yeah.
Baker Creek cucumbers?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, favorite beans. What's your favorite bean?
Blahilda's a great bean. Yeah. Yeah. Let's shout out Blahilda.
hmm
We're talking over here to Dee from Rutilation, Doug from Croc Gardener, and Chad
Yeah.
from Down Home Backyard
Oh,
Gardening.
we got an audience back there. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Awesome. Excellent.
Yeah.
Which onions? Eliza.
I think it's someone cracked on me for my pronunciation of this actually in a video. I think it's Elza or something like that. Elza. I think it's Elza Craig, and they got on me because I said Elza, but I think it's Elza. I try to
tomato,
learn from my mistakes.
tomato, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
So, Baker Creek is such a theatrical place. They got the village up here and just so much color and vibrancy. When someone first sees all this, what is the first thing that you and Jer and the people that are behind all this want people to feel, see, think?
I think what we want to cultivate here is a real sense of wonder and surprise and joy. I know the first time I came here, I felt completely overwhelmed. I'm like, what is all this? And I think if you talk to some of the longtime staff, they had the same experience of it, just this sort of wonder and a sense of being almost sort of overcome by possibility and abundance. This can't possibly be real, this 6 foot long gourd or whatever we're talking about. But in fact, they are real, and they had a place and purpose in gardens historically, and we're here for it.
Go ahead, Enoch.
Oh, I'm just kind of going through here what everybody else is talking about, but yeah, again, really fantastic. Tell us a little bit about, in fact, we've been here. Tell us a little bit about some of the goings on of this Spring Planting Festival that's happening here today. We've had some great guests. We're talking about all sorts of stuff here, but we are at the Baker Creek Spring Planting Festival. So tell us just a little bit about what's happening there.
Great, wonderful. I will. But
let me interject.
But you can speak to that because you got out and about a little earlier.
This is amazing. It's even a little overwhelming for me to tell you the truth.
Same.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, we really, these festivals started in 2000. So not long after Jer started the company, published his first catalog in 1998. Jer has always been the kind of person who wanted to bring people together around heirloom gardening. He's insatiably curious and passionate, and so anxious to learn from other people and to share what he knows and create an environment where people can just get together and have a garden party, basically. So the first time they did the festival in 2000, they thought, maybe 100 people will come. 300 people came, despite the fact that it really is in the middle of nowhere, and there weren't even roads as good as they are to get here. And so the festivals themselves they've sort of evolved over time. But the common theme that runs through it is just having an opportunity to come together with people who love what you love, to share what you know, and to learn what they know, to explore, to find plants and varieties that you want to try, and of course, education. Yep. Here we go. Here we go.
Things falling apart here.
Oh
It's
my
falling
goodness.
apart. It's falling apart.
Is the wind catching it,
It
or
was
something?
it was not windy until
I know, until I put up
Today,
this tent.
I know.
Until I put up,
That
it
was-
was calm.
I know. So
This is content creation. This is
my
any
goodness.
sort of live video journalism, whatever,
yeah, you
it's
just roll,
things.
right? You just roll with
Everything
it, right?
happens as soon as you click the live button and you go.
Yes,
Oh my
for
goodness.
sure.
Everything's
Yeah.
fine right
so
up
the
until
yeah.
then.
Yeah. So the festivals are really an opportunity just to socialize
Yeah.
around heirloom gardening. We have great speakers. There's food. There's vendors. There's tons of live plants at this festival. Spring Planting Festival is really the time to stock up on live plants. We have discounted seeds and exhibits. I hope you can get a walkthrough of the exhibit hall.
She's been,
Awesome, awesome. It's absolutely beautiful. Enoch, that's one of the things that we brought back from Expo
Yeah.
to these events. Is the idea of creating sort of an expo hall. So
The visual part of it.
Yeah.
Not almost hands-on in a way, but it's just the tangible, right? Visible. You're
Absolutely.
seeing things, like they were just showing some clips of the flowers, and I was just telling them, I
Yeah.
was like, I'm so happy to see that that's kind of a part of the element of what they're doing there as well, too, because
Yeah,
it's
for
what
sure.
makes those festivals so unique. That made them
Yeah.
a standalone in a way, too. It's just so awesome.
Yeah. But that's really what this is about, just
Mhm.
creating a space where people can be together, can learn, can share, can come
Yeah.
and be entertained and
Yeah.
get plants and meet new friends and see old ones.
Oh yeah, it was just the thing every single year, even, and again too. There was the break, that they had for the heirloom exposition for those COVID years, and it was, to come back again, even in Ventura with the same folks and the Baker Creek people and all these familiar faces from the other festivals. It was really like a family coming together, these people and everything. And I think that's what Baker Creek does so well with their events, is they generate that sort of environment where it's really open and it's like going and hanging out with a big, huge, large, massive family. And,
Yeah.
and some of my best and most favorite adult times that I've had, or as an adult, is, having fun and doing things like when I was a teenager doing things and stuff, was at the Baker Creek festivals with all these really cool and amazing people, just spending a few days hanging out and enjoying these just amazing things that they do. I could talk all day about how awesome it is from my own experience, for sure. Some of my best friends today, I even met there too, so.
That's fantastic. Well, that means a lot to me coming from you. It really does.
Yeah. Like our friend Wendy Fan, who was our
Yeah,
very
she was here
first
last month.
guest.
Yep.
Yeah. She was our very first guest on our show. She comes back every time we have a
Every
100 or
anniversary.
200 shows. She comes
Yeah,
back
but-
and hang out with us. My good friend and hiking buddy, John Kohler,
Sure.
who I met, one of my first festivals going there, and just became a really good friend and everything too. And Josh, and I could just name all sorts of just amazing people from there. They're just great. Jer himself too, who I have fun texting with every now and then, and
Yep.
he's so great and friendly and awesome and open and everything too. So again, yeah, it's just you can't get to a better place. And like I said, I got to find my way out to Missouri for sure soon to get back out there and see everybody.
Yep,
for sure.
So we got over here Doug from the Dirty Fingernail Gang over at the Croc Gardener.
Yeah.
And he is, he's got dirty fingernails. He is past.
All right.
What
Got
have you
representing then. You got him there and you're representing. Then.
That's
I am
right.
representing.
One of the coast to coast. What have you seen?
We've seen tons of plants. I'll tell you that. Lots of seeds. Food trucks were awesome.
Oh yeah, there you the food.
Somewhere somebody's got little bunnies. We saw a bunch of little bunnies. So
yeah.
I don't know if they're selling them or they're bringing them, but
probably so.
Yeah.
My dog would be interested in that.
Yeah, my dog was very interested in that.
So talking about seeds.
Yeah, talking about seeds. I want to show you what Dee just handed me.
What
That's
do we got?
a
Oh
sweet
wow,
dog.
that's it. Yeah. You were really digging through them.
You know, in our group chat, she did ask last night, if I start pulling out my credit card to buy seeds, you need to stop me. And I said, I can't promise that. And I think
more so because you don't want anybody stopping you, right?
I think, yeah, that's right. I think I've fallen down on the job. Oh, she didn't pull out the credit card. Applause for Dee over at Rutilation then.
That's awesome.
And then Mrs. Bowtie, you know, she has her the few crops that she's growing on her own now. She's starting to do a few crops, and she bought these. Well, you can almost not see it. These metal.
Hold it up against.
There we go. These metal signs. Hang on, let me push the correct button here. There we go. This one is the jalapeno sign. These are metal.
Oh, look at that.
You got one for tomatoes and one for what's the other one she got?
She's got a bean one.
Beans.
Those are nice. Yeah.
We're about to plant beans when we go home.
Tomatoes and
Tomatoes and beans. There's the beans. I'm putting on my white shirt here so you can read it.
Yeah, I love those. Those are
They're
great.
beautiful. Yeah. So they're all black. Some kind of metal, heavy, very heavy metal. These are not going to bend. In my garden.
Those are like forever tags right there.
I can drive over them with the tractor and not have to worry about
we
it.
met Frank the farmer.
Oh yeah, we met Frank the farmer and
Excellent.
Farmer Frank and Ryan.
Ryan,
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We met Ryan. He's here as well.
Ryan's there too. My other good
they're all
buddy.
here.
There's
they're
another
all
good
here.
friend of mine. I love Ryan. Excellent.
There you
Pass
go.
of Lohilda.
Well, I'm not gonna.
Somebody needs to go.
Yes.
Real quick, promote your next festival, the Heritage Festival in
Oh.
September.
Oh yes. Do
Right.
that. Absolutely. Let's.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Camera's on you.
Okay. Our third and final festival of the year, we're bringing the National Heirloom Expo home from California to our Missouri farm for the first time. And I think it's just going to be a blowout, splendid event, September 27th and 28th. That's a Sunday and a Monday. We've got a great lineup of speakers. And if you ask me who they are right now, I wouldn't know because my iPhone is in the tent. But you can find out more information about all of it.
I'll guarantee my buddy John's on the list.
Yeah,
John Kohler.
Yeah.
Wendy
John's gonna be
Fan's
here.
gonna be
Devin's gonna
there.
be
We're probably got a
here.
lot of Let's
Rachel
Get
Barrett's
Growing.
coming. Makeda's going to be here. Makeda Cheatham, Joseph Lofthouse,
Joseph.
John Jones. I am not sure if the turnip vegan is going to come. I'm hoping he will. Scott Wilson, Gardner Scott's going to be here. David Shield.
Our man Gardner Scott. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna have to work it out somehow.
Right,
we gotta maybe do a live.
Susan
Maybe we'll get
Belcher,
the Let's Get
Amy
Growing
Wilcox.
show there live.
Yeah. It's going to be a barn burner.
It's gonna be. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're actually going to be giving gifts to the rest of the Bowtie Bunchers.
Oh yes. Look
Sorry.
at this. What do we got?
Coast to Coasters. Sorry, Coast to Coasters. But
Oh,
I
yeah,
wanted
what?
to tell you one of the gifts is Mrs. Bowtie's blackberry wine from our first batch.
What?
Yeah, right.
you.
You got little bottles of wine, huh?
No bottles of wine, and we wanted to give.
Do I need a corkscrew
Michelle-
for that?
No, you don't. It used to have a cork, and we distributed it.
I'll see you later. All right.
There you go.
Show's over.
So good.
Oh, you have been so precious to me. You have really helped.
Oh,
and
yeah.
made
You're
things
so
happen.
welcome. You're so welcome. Come back and see us, will you? Okay.
Yeah, we definitely. I tell you what, that Gardner Scott thing, that we may
All
be
right.
back.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, whoop, whoop.
I
He's
know.
great. Great.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll.
Yes,
I'm gonna
thank
go
you.
find you somebody else to talk to. How's that?
Yeah,
Okay?
absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
All right.
Hey, yeah. You see Ryan out there? Let him get him over here.
Oh, you want Crazy Ryan?
Yeah. If
Oh,
you,
yeah,
get
that'd
him,
be
if you can
cool.
get him
I'll
over,
go
if
see
you
what-
can get.
Hey, Enoch, anything for you? I'll go see what I can do.
All right.
Oh my goodness. It has been overwhelming.
I love it. Yeah, again, too, so wonderful. And again, the people there are just amazing, and like you said, they've been completely amazing to me over the years, and so welcoming over the years. I would go there and do filming and interviews and all sorts of stuff, and just be running around their festival, talking them into all sorts of stuff and everything. They were always great to me. So it's great to see that continuing with our good friend Bowtie David. Everybody who's watching live from Mansfield, Missouri, at the Baker Creek Heirloom Spring Garden Festival. Antez World 6308 is asking, where did the garden signs come from?
I'm getting that name right now. She's walking around here getting into the bag. There, I tell you what.
Well, actually, he
There.
didn't put anything in it.
Oh, didn't put anything in it.
I'll find out, and
Yeah.
I'll have it.
I'll comment on the video. Either me or Mrs. Bowtie will comment on this video.
I was in search of food and made a right turn.
All right. Well, while you're finding that, I'm going to do a little run through here because we never did do our roll call today. And I know
You go do your roll call.
Jay has been holding on to a bunch of things. So I'm going to go ahead and you guys say hi, or you get us our next guest. You wave at me when you got the next guest set up. I'm finished.
We'll do the same thing as P. Allen.
Yep. And we'll be right back here with David, Bowtie David, live at the Baker Creek Heirloom Festival. I'm sure we'll have another guest right here in a minute, but it's time real quick here to say hello to all of you here who are joining with us live on our show right now today. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a...
My name is Kevin. Yeah. That is my name. Yeah. They call me Kevin. Yeah. Because that's my name. Roll call.
All right. Yeah. Just a little bit. We're like an hour into the show now, and we're getting into it all and everything, though, too. But what fun are we having already? I mean, bringing us P. Allen Smith, Mr. P. Allen. He's been on my list for a while. Someone I've been trying to, I wouldn't say trying too much yet. He's been on the list, but been wanting to get onto the show for a while. And here he is at the Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company's Spring Planting Festival. And Michelle and David worked it out to where we could start out right from the get-go, just jump right into it on our show today and get Mr. P. Allen Smith from Moss Mountain Farm, is amazing farm that he has there. I believe it's in Arkansas, if I've got that right. And he's got his PBS shows, award-winning PBS shows, now 7 books we talked about as well, too, and all of that. I know Jay's been putting some links into the chat there. We'll try to get a link as well, too, for anybody who's watching the replay into our description below. But, Awesome. So we haven't gotten a chance to get to our roll call yet today. And I know we've had a bunch of great, awesome folks joining with us here today. So let's take a few minutes to kind of run through here, say hi to some folks. And again, these, I know these are from a while back ago too. We're an hour into everything, but let's go ahead and say hello to everybody anyways. Of course, we want to say hello to our good friend, Jay Dixon, the J-Bot, who's working and facilitating our chat today. And doing an awesome job all the time, helping us out as well, putting in links and all that sort of stuff too today. So really great. I see also too, we got Shawnee too. I'll say when I'm saying putting in links, Shawnee's doing an awesome job doing that as well too. Thank you as well. Thank you. We got Habitual Hobbies. Right on, right on, right on. Yep. We've got Wickershire Project with us here as well too. We've seen some questions already today. Outlier Gardening saying how fun. I'll be listening in the background. I love it when you guys are just come in and join and hang out and just put us on, get into your garden duties, and just put us on into the background. So that's really awesome. And Habitual Hobbies says Alex from down south of Missouri as well too. We got the Spring Planting Festival there at Baker Creek. And Habitual Hobby says about 2 hours away from the Baker Creek where Bowtie is. Just only 2 hours away. Right on, right on. We got Nancy here with us as well too, joining us from northeastern New Jersey. Awesome to have you here with us, Nancy. Thank you so much for joining with us today and hanging out for this this special edition of our special Sunday edition. Try to say that live from Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company. And we've got Adam joining with us as well. We've got our friends from Ivy Organics. I'm trying to hurry through this. I already see we've got a guest with us already. Michelle's just working overtime over there, jumping right at it for us here too. Outlier Garden says they're joining us from Los Angeles. Awesome. We've got Michael O'Connor joining us from North Alabama, Mountains 8A. Rebecca Gardening here with us as well too. Janet Potter, how we doing? Great to see you. Adventures with me and T in the chat. Awesome. We've got Vic Wick Gardens here as well. My pomegranate tree, passionate tree vines are from Baker Creek, and they are fantastic. How about that? That's really, really awesome. What else we got here? Janet McDonald joining with us as well too. Great to have you here. We got our good friend Paul joining us from Guten Gardening. Big Will Dog here in the house too as well. Right on. Great to see you. Serena here with us as well. Awesome. Thank you, Serena, for being here. Croc Gardner. Excellent. Yeah, we got lots of great, awesome folks joining with us today. Somebody say hi, Eddie. We've got Dusty Flats here with us as well, too. So again, everybody, thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with us today here for this special edition of the Let's Get Growing show here. And again, like I said, I already see we've got our good friend Bowtie David already joining with us back again here. Let's get him back on screen with us here today with another special guest, someone who's been familiar to the show. There he is, our good friend, Mr. Ryan from Baker Creek as well, too. What's happening?
How you doing? Long time.
Yeah. How you been, my friend?
Doing great, man. Great to be with you today.
Yeah, great. How's everything going? I bet you're just having a blast there. Festival day out at the farm.
It is a blast. We're just kicking along, one kick at a time here.
Yeah.
So
one
kick
at a time. All right. Tell us about some of your favorite things going on at the Spring Planting Festival there at the farm.
You know, I hunkered down inside the display tent.
I saw you hiding in there.
Yep, and we've got
hunkering down.
Yeah. I hide out in the groovy room, and it's the
groovy room.
Spot of the
there
whole
you
festival.
go. Yep.
But actually, that's not true because the whole festival, from our Bakersville Opry, where we have the music, to the seed store. I've got my own personal bougie farm stand all the way down at the cabin, and I've got a team there selling our rare minerals and rare rocks.
Yeah.
And but I personally hang out in the groovy room and just try to meet as many people as we can. And
it was fun. We all traipsed through there at one point or another, didn't we?
So I met this guy and the team here,
Mr. Bowtie. That's right. our on location correspondent for the Let's Get Growing show today, doing a massively awesome job. He hooked us up with Mr. P. Allen Smith to start the show today, and then great conversation with Michelle, who's doing media and all of that there for Baker Creek. And I sent her out to go find you, and bam, right away.
Oh, you're rad. That's
right.
great.
There you
Hey,
go.
we had a quick shout out on our end.
Yeah.
Our end, Ironwood Fabrication.
That's
Yeah.
who does the metal signs. Isaiah Stinson, Ironwood Fabrication. Phone number 417-22
Yep, go get the phone number.
555-555-555-555-555-555-1.
Yeah.
No phone number, they tell us. But hey, Isaac,
No phone
thank
number.
you.
They
Isaac
didn't tell us.
Stinson.
I'm just saying, if you want the phone number to contact them, we'll give it to you.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
there- they have a website and all of that, right? Or
I don't
we
know,
don't-
but I'm going to do some research.
We'll do some research.
all right.
But you can connect with me.
What was
through
the name
Facebook.
again? What was the
Ironwood
Iron-
Fabrication.
Ironwood Fabrication.
Love that name. Yeah, Ironwood
that's good.
Fabrication. Probably look them right up. Out
Probably.
there. Ironwood
Yeah.
Fabrication.
Yep.
Great metalwork.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But,
Great.
But yeah, my favorite thing was meeting this crew. A whole
Yeah.
herd of YouTubers came right into me. And I was like, yeah, guys. And I didn't know I'd get
Got
someone
all the coast to coasters there. Yeah.
like Enoch himself. And so that was a real surprise. Michelle came and she said, I've got Enoch on the line for you. And that felt right at home too, being at a festival and hearing
Yeah.
from you. And
Perfect. I love it. That's
Thank you.
great. Yeah. So great. Awesome, man. So great. Tell us a little bit about what's been going on with Ryan lately. How you been doing?
I'm doing okay. I've got about 65 acres of flood irrigated land right now in South Phoenix.
Yeah.
And
I
so
remember
we're
when I was
farming on
first
that.
talking to you. We were you were talking to me from down there and everything. So that's all going pretty well then.
Hoping to, yeah, I've got about maybe 18 or so acres of melons planted. I'm going to try to do about 24 acres total. So it's a monster project for me. For a lot of guys, it's small, but for me, it's a big deal to have that many acres of melons. We've got about 33 varieties of Baker Creek melons. And then I've got quite a few acres of, and just smaller patches of that. And then quite a few acres of the Crimson Sweet.
Oh, love that one.
And the Alibaba.
Okay.
Remember the Alibaba?
Yeah.
That one from Persia.
That's
it's
great.
actually one of the first documented melons ever recorded in history. Yep, the Alibaba.
Are they all like red flesh, or do you have any different colors?
So those two are
anything?
red flesh, and then I've got about 33 other varieties. So we basically planted all the Baker Creek rare melons.
Oh, excellent.
But just sample rows of that, a few ounces of seed, like a couple acres of the 33 varieties, and then the majority of that is Crimson Sweet and Alibaba.
All
So not to be a monocrop.
Are you gonna be hauling some of those up to the Heirloom Expo?
I think we'll go Arizona with those and just keep them local right there in Arizona.
Local. All right.
Local farmers markets just around the Phoenix area.
Okay.
Working on a solar oven, building the largest solar oven in the world.
Oh,
So
really?
we're gonna have that on a showcase right there in Phoenix. Got about 300 days a year of cooking. And
Wow.
so we're gonna do that. And I started farming with a mineral now, and that's for you, Enoch. Yeah, visit my website, see the mineral, volcanorain.com.
Yeah.
But we use this mineral now for farming, and I use nothing else.
Okay.
The mineral makes the mycelium. The mineral activates the probiotics. The mineral brings in everything that you think you will need for farming. And it's an incredible discovery. Yeah, it's called black mica.
Black mica, huh?
Yeah, it's a volcanic substrate. And so it's found in the earth near the veins of gold. All right, where there's all kinds of minerals like lead and mercury. And this black mica is a regulator. So it regulates all the iron and the sulfur and the lead and the mercury and the gold. And so it does that in the earth's volcanic substrate naturally.
Okay.
And so this product, when put in the water, it makes medical grade water and drops the hydrocarbons right out of the water, like right before your very eyes. It adds an extra hydrogen in bond with an extra oxygen in bond. It's a negative and a positive in chemistry. it's ionic mineral. Them things strike with ozone, and you have this microscopic light water that is a medical grade water that just ionizes right through the bones into the marrow. And put it this way, it's a patented cure for anemia in the humans, the plants, and the soil.
Wow.
So, for example, instead of let's just make up a farmer that needs an extra, 60 pounds of ironite per acre. And that's what his land needs, extra iron, right?
Right.
And so they'll bring that in the form of an ironite. Well, you use this mineral and it dips into the trace iron that's there. And then it converts the iron into what's called ferric iron, which the body and the soil can uptake, so that it's not an oxidized iron that's unassimilable to the roots of the plants, right? And then it unlocks the calcium and the magnesium in the hard water. And then it plasmically buzzes, and it aligns all the minerals and regulates iron and sulfur with a spark of titanium. And it creates a super water.
Yeah, that's a lot of science that goes right over my head. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, exactly.
So
but yeah, it sounds
so
very interesting to see those sort of things in trials and see what kind of things are come out of that for sure.
Yeah, we've done 47 years of peer-reviewed trial and white paper, and the most recent is from Dr. Corey Pierre. He did a whole article on me and our farm, and I'll get that over to these guys.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to check out.
And
for sure.
yeah, we now soak that mineral in the biochar, and it's just like off to the moon.
Wow.
You need nothing else. It's a mineral code. And so very powerful.
Wow.
Usually we use the microbes to extract the minerals, and it takes time. Now this mineral just immediately multiplies the microbes for you that are dormant and already there. You don't even have to introduce them.
This is all organic.
Oh, 100% organic.
That's
it's a volcanic substrate.
Nature's amazing.
Nature is awesome.
It is.
Yeah, I know.
Always thought that. Always thought that. It really is.
It's taken me 30 years to find this. It's the most exciting thing I've ever found in my life.
All right, let's see here. Wickershire Project. He's always got some interest. Great. Yeah. Is what he knows. I say. Ryan, I get the permaculture vibe from you. At what age did you know you were a grower, doomed in life to do this as a profession? And then he also asks as a secondary question, do you own a VW bus and can David get a ride home later?
He's a friend.
I want a VW bus, and I have had them in the past. I don't have one now. And I was about 17 years old. I was helping Grandma Betty Ryerson in the garden on the farm. And we had just done, it was pushing November. Tomatoes were going to frost. And she just needed help getting probably 30 wheelbarrows of tomatoes, over 100 yards, picked off the ground and then up into the barn. They were beefsteak, and they weren't steak. So they were just hundreds of pounds on the ground.
Yeah.
And that's how I learned to not stake my tomatoes as well. It's kind of an old, 1930s, early 1900s style farming. But, I complain to do work, when you're a kid and when you're younger, and it's kind of I don't know. And it hit me after 3-4 days, the weather was changing, getting cold. And I had I don't remember how many exactly, is that 18 or 20 wheelbarrows mounted with tomatoes.
Oh my goodness.
Then I learned, I got to undo them all because they're going to crush the ones on the bottom, And it struck in me. I said, I'm going to do this the rest of my life.
There you go.
This is so cool to have my own food.
Yeah,
wheeled up from the garden, and so that's kind of what got me going at 17 years old.
Man, so lucky that hits you at that younger age, right as you're getting into adulthood, versus myself who discovers this with a cucumber, 20 years later, but it's there's something about that moment, right, when you growing and discovering food and how you can impact that yourself. It's just something else. But it's great that happened at such a great age for you. That's for sure.
Yeah, it changed my life. Y2K was coming back then. Anybody remember Y2K?
Oh yeah.
From St. Louis. Sorry.
Yep. I do remember Y2K. That's for sure.
So that
what a time! What a time!
Gave me a boost, and I had a ton of clients that wanted gardens built. And 20, now I'm nearly 30 years later and I still build gardens as a passion for people,
awesome.
for clients.
That's excellent.
I've built gardens for UNICEF, UNHCR, USAID, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
Yeah, we did. We got to talk a little bit about that last time you were on. I mean, just getting to see some of those, the experiences and things you got to do. That's so awesome. In those sort of organizations to be able to have the chance to do that stuff too. I mean, just your experiences. We got to talk more about that sometime. Welcome to my Cape Cod Life is in the chat here and asks where can you get black mica, Ryan? Where are you getting this?
Cape Cod Life.
So our black mica comes from Mount Fuji in Japan, and we do have some really good sources around here. But yeah, the black mica that we use is and it's in abundance. It's a ton of it. Yeah, and then specifically, you can get it off my website if that's okay to share. But
no, please
I'm not sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you could get my drinking water brand is superrarewater.com. And then if you're going to get it for farming and get more volume and a better price, then it's volcanorain.com. And use the code RARE50. You'll get a 50% discount from me.
Ooh,
on
50% even.
Yep. And and if you buy it by the case at the super rare, then it's $12 a bottle. And in one bottle treats like 30 gallons. So really, really special. Yeah, really amazing.
Huh.
Wow.
Well, there you go. That's a deal of a lifetime.
Yeah, and when you see the way you garden with it, it's a shocker. It's a world rocker. I mean, because you'll put the water in and you'll just do potatoes and things. You'll see it in 3 days, the difference. Wow. And it's real. And then when it's a soil, when you treat the soil with it, it's one treatment every 4 years.
Excellent. Right on, man. Well, thanks, Ryan. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you got a lot of things going on. It's a great day there to get moving around and meeting people and all that sort of stuff. And I'm already working behind the scenes. I'm not sure if Jer's already told you, though. I'm already working behind the scenes to get you and Jer together for our next time we have you on the show. So hopefully we'll have that set up here in the next couple months, because I'd love to get you guys together for a fun conversation for a full show. So again, thanks for your time coming and hanging out with us. And just like Michelle, if you have a chance, I don't know where Jer is or what he's doing, or if you know where he is.
Look for him, yeah.
You look for him and you tell him to head over to the Bowtie Life thing here.
And if you have a chance to get me a bow tie, I'll wear it.
There you go. I know.
That's maybe
that's what he needs. That's what they need to have. They need to have like little bow ties they can hand out. Thanks, Ryan, so much for hanging out with us today. It's awesome.
Anytime you knock for you. Love being with you. Thank you.
Absolutely, man.
All right. Talk to you again.
We actually have another guest already lined up too. And,
excellent. Who do we got? This is
one that I was kind of hoping we'd get on here. And you asked the question, how do you build a growing system that produces heavily without stealing your peace, your family time, and your budget? And we have the professional here, Ray Tyler.
Great to be here. Awesome, Ray. Thanks for being here with us, man.
Absolutely.
Introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your project.
Yeah. So my name is Ray Tyler. I'm the owner of Rose Creek Farms, which is a small 1 acre micro farm in Selmer, Tennessee. We're a certified organic farm. We grow produce on that 1 acre, no tractor. It's all done by hand, 52 weeks a year. We use low tech, what's called, some folks know it as greenhouses, but we call them caterpillar tunnels, just very, very low tech, easy. It's all grown in the soil, and we grow and sell to farmers markets 52 weeks a year. So been doing this for 16 years now.
Excellent.
So that's a little bit of what I do.
So now that first garden.
Yep.
Started off with is it Ashley?
Yep.
Wanting salsa.
Yep.
She had a garden full of weeds.
Yep. This year I was looking for, a pepper.
Yeah. Oh man, I know.
Had a disaster.
Yeah, lots of
Right
disasters.
after that.
Right after that.
Is that where it started?
Well, I mean, I probably have had 50 disasters over the past 15 years. So, which one?
Well, I'm thinking job loss is a pretty big one.
Well, yeah, that's a pretty big one. Well, yeah. So in 2009, obviously the recession hit us all, right? I lost my job. I was a high-end trim carpenter for billionaires in Memphis. Then I worked on a huge coal cleaning, metal, huge machines that were moved by barge, massive, got laid off from that job. And then, yes, in the summer of 2009 is kind of when we dabbled in this little garden. Of course, it was an absolute failure. But, you know, planting that first seed, watching it grow, tending it to the best I could, even though I had no idea what I was doing. You know,
welcome to the family.
Yeah, for real. Finding that tomato and that pepper and watching my family enjoy that, I was just, it was over. Like I went, I need to find a way to do this for a living. I don't want to go back to working for billionaires. I don't want to work in a huge metal fabrication. I want to work with the earth. But there's a lot, you know, it's one thing to desire something in life. It's another thing to execute and make that happen. We started with $50, no savings, had no idea what I was doing. So each year it was, I mean, we were poor. My wife was washing Ziploc bags, right? I mean, every penny went right back into the business. So that was in 2010, 2 days after my second daughter was born. We said, let's go. Let's do this. So we're all in. And then, yeah, I mean, the first year, you know, it was just one failure after another. You know, I think we made $10,000 that first year. Wow. This year we'll do probably a little over $1 million. Right. Wow. So it's just been you know, trying not to make the same mistakes twice, learning what works, and trying to make a system, because a lot of farmers I knew back when I first started, when I would talk to them, a lot of farmers' kids hated the farm and they hated the farmer.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's all they did, right? So in 2015, my oldest daughter, she was 6. She came down with squamous cell carcinoma, stage 4. They gave her 2 weeks to live. We were doing, you know, thousands of broilers, 3 acres of produce, 60 hogs a year, 300 egg layers. I was working 100 hours a week, just trying to figure out how to like learn and make all this work and make a living. And so that was a big wake up call. And so, you know, when she got diagnosed, I went, all right, we're going to drop the livestock. We're just going to focus on produce. And I'm going to go to an 8-hour workday because I'm not sure how much longer I have with my daughter with us, right? And that completely changed our life. She is, you know, thank God, alive and well. We did a pretty strict health food kind of protocol. We didn't do any chemo or radiation for her. She's alive and well. She'll be 18 next month. We're super proud of her. She is a main key figure in our farmers market, which is South Franklin. And so, yeah, so now, you know, 16 years later, we're, you know,
I love that story. I mean, and the thing, you know, what I really love about that story, Ray, is that it really all starts from a failed garden. You know what I mean? It starts from getting out, trying something, trying gardening, but not giving in and not giving up to those failures, taking them as learning opportunities. And then you talk about, let's not repeat this again. And then taking those successes one after another and just using them as building blocks and building it up into something just really huge and amazing with your family and all of that. It's just absolutely, absolutely awesome. Real quick here, though, I wanted to pop this in real quick. Again, Wickershire in here with this just great question. But Ray, fellow Tennessean here, how do you deal with growing in the humidity? And how old is that hat? And is it for sale? It says, I need that hat.
Yeah. The hat's probably 3 or 4 years old. I've had the same style of hat for I think 10 years now. And then, you know, between being... That
just goes to show the kind of work you're doing.
Yeah, well, you know, I have 6 young children as well, so they'll get a hold of it and it'll be stomped to the ground, you know, folded in a few pieces. So it's seen a lot. It's seen a lot of sun and dust, mud and rain.
That's excellent. So how do you deal with that Tennessean humidity, though?
Oh man, this has been one of the biggest challenges for me because I'll kind of back up a little bit. One thing that I'm doing, it's a little bit different than like we're not homesteading. This is a business, right? I want to make a good living where I can adequately provide for my family. And so this is a business, right? So what I've tried to do is I'm not afraid to try new things, but if it doesn't work, I'm not going to repeat it, right? So the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results.
Yeah, that's right.
So we'll try one, maybe organic fertilizer. Doesn't work, boom, we throw it out. We'll try a tool. Doesn't work, throw it out. Try something. Oh, hey, that worked. Hey, that variety worked. Oh, we've noticed. Thank you. That,
there you go. Yes.
Yeah. So, we noticed, hey, if we cover our crops with a basic caterpillar tunnel to protect our crops from the rain, and we keep the leaves drier, then our plants are healthier. We get a higher yield. It lasts longer in our customer's fridge, right? And so that kind of happened where, we had this one really cheap DIY tunnel, and we kind of just happened upon this, like, wow, hey, the tomatoes in that little cat tunnel look amazing. The ones growing out in the open field are disaster. So let's stop doing the stuff that makes our crops a disaster, and let's really double down on what we see is working. One thing I found too is that I want to dumb all of our systems down. This is a business. So we need to make a profit because I want to farm next year, right? I want to I don't want to go back to any kind of corporate or working for the man. I want to work for myself, and I want my children, which we homeschool, to work with me. So so in short, it's really just trying a lot of things and find out what doesn't work. But to simplify this, it's really about keeping our crops protected from wind, rain, hail. We really doubled down on soil fertility. We have trialed hundreds of different vegetable varieties, and we've selected the ones that perform better in our summers, and then we've stopped growing the ones that just don't perform. Here's a great example. There's this variety called Rover Radish from Johnny Seeds. We've been going for 7 or 8 years. The last few years, the strain hasn't been that great. So I was pretty much ready to drop radishes because it was just such a challenge, and it's not crop to grow anymore. There's a new variety of radish called Pepito. We did side-by-side trials. The Rover, same, black roots, terrible. The Pepito variety was flawless. So we scrapped the ones that doesn't perform well, and we're going all in on that new Pepito variety. So we've just done that every year. And, every day I am trying to solve one pain point in my business system. I want to make one positive change. And so that, doing that every single day. So, we do take Sunday off. We're really strict about that. No farming on Sunday. But that has compounded in just massive, successful growing and profit, because every day I'm trying not to repeat the same mistake.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I deal with the humidity. It's not perfect. It's still hot. It's still humid. We just don't grow the crops that don't do well for us in our climate.
Yeah. You just make those really they're just essential adjustments you really do have to make, right?
Every day, like I'm looking, that's not doing well, or and also I'm looking at sales, right? Because this is a business. You got to have cash flow. A lot of farmers that I teach, they're so idealistic on how they garden and how they grow, and they don't really want to do the business side. They just want to grow food, and then 3 or 4 years down later, they're so burnt out. Their family hates them. They have no friends. They have no life, and they are giving up. So and so obviously, having good, strong sales is really important as well, because what makes farming really fun is when you can make money at it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. Right on. Excellent. So how's that Spring Planting Festival out there in Baker Creek going for you?
It's going great. There is a great crowd today.
There's been a lot of people here.
A lot
Oh
of
my
people.
goodness.
And the weather, I mean, you couldn't ask for, I mean, it's just perfect. Absolutely perfect.
So
That's wonderful.
I do have one question. Ray is here actually speaking on abundance on a budget. And I just wanted to find out, in case I didn't get over to your talk later, because I have another show I'm doing right after this one.
Okay. Yep.
Are we talking abundance in crops, abundance in time, abundance in money, or something deeper?
All right. So I would say number one, time. Okay, so here's my perspective on really life. It's actually pretty easy to make money in today's world. If you're willing to get after it and work and grind, you can make money. The one thing that is very hard to do is buy time, to get time. We all have the same 24-hour days, right? And we all have friends, we all have family, and you know, we all have a life, right? We can't take money with us whenever we die, right? So these four things, which if you want, I can kind of briefly mention. It's all about time. I want time. Like money is pretty easy to make. That time factor, my goodness, every day is I wake up. How do I efficiently spend my time on the things that matter most, right? How do I spend my time on growing good crops? How do I spend my time on making money? And how do I spend time nurturing and raising my family? So four things that I do on my farm business that I think what I talked about earlier really can apply to any size garden that you have. All right. Number one, fertility, right? A lot of growers aren't putting enough fertility in the soil, and then the plants are starved. So a simple product, obviously, you know, what I do is I do soil tests. I send it off to a lab. The lab sends it to an organic compost maker in Michigan called Morgan Composting. They do a custom blend for me, send it by the semi-load, and then I use that for my farm. That is not practical for a lot of gardeners, but what I recommend is there's this great product you can get from Amazon called Garden Tone. Cheap, $15, and you can, I mean, that stuff is fantastic for any gardeners. So it doesn't have to be complicated. Get that product, add that before you plant your tomatoes, lettuce, peppers, and you can double your production. Second thing is irrigation. Plants need a lot of water. It can't be too much. You know, I don't like it when it rains 6 inches in a day, but you need consistent irrigation. So I like using drip tape. We also have some other irrigation systems we don't have time to get into right now, but get that. It's a drip tape. It emits tiny water drops right on where that plant is. You'll save on your water cost, and you won't be wasting water by overhead irrigation blowing in the wind. Third thing is plants need consistent water. So depends on the time of the year and what crops, but in peak summer, some of those plants need water every single day for 30 to 45 minutes every day. And so we use a very simple water irrigation timer. The one from Amazon for $35, and you set it and it can come on every day. The amount of times that I've turned on the garden spigot, and then, you know, I woke up at 1 o'clock in a cold sweat thinking, oh my goodness, did I fit water? Go out the next morning and it's absolutely flooded everywhere. No matter how many alarms I set on my phone, I just can't get it, right? I just don't have what it takes.
ADD.
So this timer, listen, I need my business and systems to be so dumb that even I can do it. Okay.
Right.
I'm not.
I'm the same way. I completely agree.
Trying to make systems in my life, in business, that makes me run at the highest level that I possibly be.
Yeah.
Right. That orbit irrigation timer, boom, you dump it down. I don't care how dumb you think you are. This thing has got you covered. The last thing, we are farming, thinking that I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to keep up with the cultivation, and then it rains every other day. It's a muddy mess. And then by the time you're harvesting tomatoes in July, the weeds are up to your chest, and you're having to, you know, play hide and seek with tomato plants. It is nothing will make you want to quit farming or gardening, or nothing is worse for your ego on like, I just can't grow. Like, I'm the worst gardener farmer there is. So stop doing those things. Again, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing each year over and over, expecting different results. Landscape fabric, I get it. Everyone is going to be like, this is bad for the environment. But here's the thing. Is I would rather have landscape fabric, which is plastic mesh covering that goes over your soil, because I don't want to have any weeds. I don't want my kids to hate me and the farm because of all the weeds they have to swim through, right? So we all make, hey, listen, if you're married, life is nothing but a constant game of compromise. You can have your rubber hits the road. You got to make compromises somewhere. That's what I've done in my business. Is I don't like plastic either as much as the next guy, but I'm easy and efficient to find. I don't want to play hide and seek in the farm. I want to play with my kids somewhere else, right? So landscape fabric. And I'll mention two other benefits to landscape fabric, because I guess for this one system that I do, and that is I love earthworms and microbes. They're in the soil. They eat these nutrients that's in the soil. They excrete it. They poop it out, and that's what makes the plants be able to absorb them in the roots, and that's what grows a healthy plant. Earthworms do not exist in soil above 85 degrees. Okay, I did a test where I measured the surface of my soil in 43 degrees. There ain't no earthworms close to the surface of that soil. So that landscape fabric, when you pull that landscape fabric back, you'll see earthworms and microbes and all kinds of living organisms hanging around close to the surface of the soil. That's what you need. You need life in the soil at the surface. Most of the crops that we grow are shallow root crops. You know, if you look at a big, huge tree, those roots go, you know, some people say they're as deep as the tree is tall. Plants, they're a few inches. So you want to keep microbes cycling and in that top few inches of soil, and the fabric keeps the soil cool. It also retains water moisture in the soil as well. So I love landscape fabric. I get a lot of folks hate on it, but again, I know a lot of farmers and gardeners who absolutely go insane because they have the same ideology of me, and that is, we'll get to the weeding later. And then come August, they just end up bush hogging the garden. If they're a farmer, they most of the time they end up just quitting.
Mrs. Bowtie has something to interject right there. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Okay, so before we have to turn this back over to Enoch,
your
website, rosecreekfarmstore.com.
That's it.
You've got a wonderful, it looks like for new farmers, a course called the Living Farm Course.
The Living Farm Course,
You also have a documentary online. A short, watch the documentary from Rose Creek, a short film called From Dusk. And anybody in the Tennessee area, he appears at the farmers markets in Franklin and Jackson.
You got it.
There you go, Bill.
You got it.
There you go, Bill.
I couldn't better than myself.
Bill's gonna hunt you down with a shower project.
For sure. Thank you so much, Ray, for sharing with us and hanging out with us today. I mean, just really amazing. So great knowledge. I'd love to hear a full talk on all of this sort of stuff. I'm sure you've got so much amazing stuff to share. Definitely go, everybody, and check them out over Rose Creek Farms. Ray, thanks again too. I saw your family in the chat too. What a wonderful, supportive family as well. So again, that's great. So thanks again for spending your time with us here today.
Thank you. Thanks, family. I'll see you guys in a few hours.
There you go.
When are you getting home?
All right.
See you guys.
Love it. Excellent.
Thank you much, Ray. I appreciate it. I do want to mention just real quick one last thing. I know we're coming down to the end of our segment. We are starting a talk a show here in about 15 minutes. It's when it's scheduled. It's going to be a little bit late. We got a few other things we got to take care of before we start, but it's all on my channel, and I'm sure Jay or Shawnee or someone's already put a link to that live coming up. We're going to be talking about the things we saw, our favorite things, and things we're taking home. So Mrs. Bowtie may even be joining us somewhere in there too. So,
excellent. Let's see. So I suppose our run of guests are all
that we're good for right now.
yeah. Right on. What about who do we got there real quick here? Do you got?
We've got Chad from Down Home.
Chad, yeah. Throw Chad on real quick. I just want to ask him.
Chad. He's coming.
Chad on real quick. I just want to ask someone real quick about how things. There we go. Chad, perfect too. Hey. All right. Heading to the end of the show here today. What a great conversations with all these really awesome guests. Chad, tell us a little bit about how things are going there at the Spring Planting Festival for you, and yeah, how much fun are you having there with everybody today?
I've told everyone here this has been a bucket list for me coming here.
Yeah.
So this has been amazing. Like he said earlier, everything he said, I'm dittoing. Saying the
yeah. What's your favorite thing so far today?
Honestly,
hard to pick, isn't it?
I'm gonna say just everything. There's nothing that I would complain about.
I don't know. You were fanboying over there about meeting.
Ryan.
Isn't he great? Isn't that guy great?
All right, look. You're on TikTok and you have seen any of the Baker Creek stuff. Tell me that dude does not crack you up
every time.
Groovy stuff. So I wanted to meet him. I was hoping he was here. I'm totally stoked. Just everything here is amazing, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's the vibe, the weather. This guy over here, the other D and Doug over here. We're missing our boy Will, but
he's right there.
Yeah.
Where's
right
Will? Is he in?
He's in. Oh yeah, he's been commenting.
I can't see.
He's been commenting.
Oh, there he is.
Great job out there, Dave, Chad, D, and all.
Just everything up here. Honestly, it's just fantastic.
But it's great to get together and do these type of gatherings and just get together with some good friends, like
it's something else.
Yeah.
This is something else. And listening to Michelle talk about September.
I know. I'm telling you. I'm thinking, we got to try to work it out somehow, some way, and get a good live Let's Get Growing right there ourselves and do it live and get over there myself too. So
I don't think I can do that.
We got plenty of time. We got plenty of time to work on it. It's still the end of September.
Yeah. This has been amazing, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Right on. Excellent.
Hang on. I have point of order here.
I don't know where
point of order.
What we got?
We're looking right there.
Oh, I've been staring up at the. Y'all think I'm nuts? My bad.
Just hang on for 30 seconds. Give me 30 seconds here.
What do we got?
I'm scared now.
Yeah. Aha. What's this? What do we got?
Oh yeah, it's playing. It's Gardner
Scott.
He's saying, watch Bowtie Life Garden. If your garden looks better than his, you're doing fine.
I was gonna say, what is this? A clip from our show?
Yes. Yes, that's my favorite clip. Oh my goodness, that was. I laughed so hard that day. I'm trying to get me back. There we go.
That's great.
I laugh every time I see that.
Yeah. Well, now especially I know Scott's going to be out there, and now I really got to figure out how to get out there and do that and make it a big trip and do that stuff. So, yeah. Again, like I said, at least it's about 6 months away. That'll be really
I'm glad that looks at you and not at me.
No, that's murder, right? Help.
Oh, real quick too. I'm sure that maybe there might be still a few people. I know there was a question still remaining on those tags and the metal things. Did that company have a website? Was
no
Mrs.
clue.
Bowtie able to find out?
I tell you what, it's a handwritten piece of paper.
Oh, perfect.
He could
We're talking about real artisan work here then.
Yeah.
Message us on Bowtie Life, and I'll give you the phone number to call.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, message us through the Facebook page or Instagram Messenger, either Facebook or that's the easiest way to get a hold of us.
Wickershire says, you keep complimenting David, his bow tie will spin and he'll fly away. You need a spinning bow tie. That's what you need.
No, I don't think so. I did meet a guy today that wears bow tie every Thursday of every week for 7 years now.
Oh, excellent. Oh, Jay says that she put up a website for them earlier, so I guess they might have a website.
Okay, good.
J-Bot's on it, doing some background research here. So yeah,
J-Bot's always on it.
That's awesome.
She's always. I mean, she shows up on my lives and helps me put out links.
Yeah,
she's awesome. Awesome. Big kudos.
Doing great work behind the scenes for all of us garden YouTube livers and all of that too. So yeah, absolutely. Shawnee says, big thanks Bowtie Life for providing this virtual experience at the Baker Creek Spring Planting Festival for those of us who hate to travel. It's great to be there. So yeah, awesome. Yeah, again too, really awesome day here, getting to hang out with her. I mean, what a way to start out the show with P. Allen Smith jumping right in and hanging out with us right from the get-go.
D for mutilation was just all of Twitter.
Oh, she was fangirling.
That was perfect. Yeah. And then Michelle too, jumping on with us. She's got a great personality. I'd love to interview her sometime in longer form for sure. That's really great. But yeah, and then Ryan, of course, and getting to talk with him, and was that Ray Tyler there as well too. I mean, just really great lineup of some really great guests to talk with. We got Chad Backyard Down Home Gardening with us here. So did I get that right? I think I get that in wrong order every time I say it. I get it in the wrong order every time I say it. So
you know, I did that to Carol at South Florida Sunshine Tropicals for the longest time. It got to a point where I would just type it in specifically out of order just to get her to tell me,
to say something.
I think she's in here.
Getting engagement. There it is.
Getting engagement. There you go.
Exactly.
Terms, right?
Oh, right on. I can't forget this too. Is I'm just going to go ahead and we are here. I'm just going to kind of wind the show down here with you guys here right with us. I'll tell you that I'm going to tell you guys this story here as we're finishing up yesterday's show. And I know there's a few people who are in the audience right now who are hanging out with us for yesterday's show. We were probably about a half an hour away from when we were supposed to finish the show. And maybe, and I'll preface this. Actually, it was probably about 20 minutes before that. I heard something weird, and I don't know if people who were watching kind of noticed, and I kind of looked off for a second. I heard something weird, and I couldn't figure out what it was. But I was like, wait a minute, I'm live. I need to pay it. You know, don't be looking off into nowhere, right? And so I just remember that happening, you know, and was kind of wondering, but like 20 minutes later, about half an hour before the end of the show, all of a sudden I have this big, huge shelf that's right here on the side that nobody can see. And live on the show, as I'm talking and everything, this shelf collapses and falls apart right here. And I was just able to hold it up and to stop it from completely falling at that moment. But it was in the middle of collapsing on me live on the show. And so what everybody can't see right now is what I had to do between it. Because actually shortly after the show, and I was talking with Jay about it after the show was over, because she had to close everything out for me. I lost everything. I couldn't see, but I guess I was still live and people could still hear me and see me and everything, but I couldn't see anything. So I had to have Jay shut everything down and all of that as my shelf was collapsing. And after I got done talking to Jay, after we were shut off, the whole thing did finally fall and collapse everywhere. Luckily, I only lost one plant out of it. And a few leaves. I did lose one plant out of it all, but and it was just a little one, and it wasn't that big of a deal. Well, we've got vines and everything that are all a mess. Books that are all around me that you can't tell right now. It was what an experience to have live on a show when you're doing everything, and then all of a sudden it's coming down on me, and I've got to stop it before everything fell apart. So for all of you who have been hanging on throughout the show to hear me explain what happened yesterday, that's what happened. Go ahead, David.
Let me add to your drama, because you'll notice my left shoulder is just barely off a frame. because when the wind blows, I've been pulling down the tent to keep it from blowing away.
I know. That's what I was also going to mention. Yeah, too. I was going to say, and you had the wind one earlier when, and things were going and the wind was pulling. I was like, oh man, the tent's going to fly away. And what a perfect way to line up our weekends with our shows yesterday and today to have some craziness
All
happen
of us
off.
keep jumping up to grab the sides.
I know as it blows away. But yeah, that's kind of what happened. And so that's kind of wild experience. I was telling Jay too, I was like, I wasn't really planning, as an unofficial show to keep it up for very long and whatever. And I was like, now I'm going to have to keep that show up because I'm going to be mentioning to people, you remember that time when we had the shelf collapse on us when we were live on the show, and we'll have to keep it up so people will be able to look back and check it out. But it was pretty wild experience, pretty fun. And I teased it out to everybody at the beginning of the show that I would tell you all, if you hung out and waited to the end of the show, what happened yesterday to our show. And so, yeah, I've got, and you can't see them, I've got books and everything all around and all of that, and some plants. And again, too, we only lost a couple of leaves on one of my big philodendron that was up in the corner. It fell over. That was the one I was really worried about the most, but only a couple of leaves. And then one smaller plant we lost. That was all out of all of that. But more of just a crazy experience, and the timing for it to happen while I was live on a show, right? It could have happened at any other time and if it would have happened and I wasn't there to kind of stop it though, the way I did at that moment, it really would have wiped out a lot of stuff and I probably would have lost a lot more plants. So I guess the timing was almost perfect too, I guess. So yeah, let's see here. I don't know what the banners are doing. There we go. Banners are... All right. So anyways, guys, thank you so much, David, for hanging out with us here, doing all this live streaming. Everybody, after our show is over here in just a couple of minutes, go jump over to Bowtie Life and continue the experience of hanging out and seeing what they've got going on for after the show. And I'm sure they got some more great things. Maybe the tent will blow away. You never know. You'll get to see. So definitely go head over there to Bowtie Life in the garden.
Hey.
And check out some more live streaming going on there with them there too. So again, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Chad, it was great to see you again as well too. And yeah, right on. You guys have some more fun. I'll try to jump in and come hang out with you guys there a little bit. All right. Excellent. We'll see you guys later. All right, here we go. Let's finish this up. Everybody, thank you so much for being here, hanging out with us today. What fun experience it was to hang out there live in Mansfield, Missouri with our good friend David, Bowtie Life in the Garden, Mrs. Bowtie in the background, helping us out with a bunch of stuff too as well. And how awesome of Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company. We had Michelle Johnson on with us earlier talking about that. She was helping us out getting P. Allen Smith lined up to start the show to begin with. Went and ran off and got us Ryan Schumacher to come join up with us and hang out a little bit too as well. And some other great conversations there too with just great, awesome experience. Loved getting to hang out with Bowtie today, and all of you as well here today too. What a great audience today, live joining with us. Lots of great folks hanging out with us here today. So thank you all so much for being here with us today. And if you can, real quick here, let's go ahead and do this as we're finishing up today. Let's hit that like button real quick on your way out, and hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Bell notification to be notified of upcoming live streams right here on the Let's Get Growing show. Share with all your friends and all of that. Not sure. I know this is where I'll be normally promoting to you what we got going on. I've been having a heck of a time with guests right now and lining things up and getting things going. And so I'm going to hopefully figure something out for tomorrow night's green room. If not, who knows? It might just be me and Natalie hanging out or something. I'm not sure, but definitely come and join with us for the green room tomorrow night, Monday evening, 5 p.m. Right here on the Urban Gardener channel. and we'll figure something out. I'll get some guests lined up and get someone to come and join with us for that conversation, and then come back and join with us next Saturday. We're going to do a community show, so come and hang out with us for a community show next Saturday. And then I believe next Sunday we've got Gardner Scott on, some more on the green room next week, all of that sort of stuff going on here. Lots happening around on the Let's Get Growing show. So thank you all so much, and we'll see all of you tomorrow. See you then.
Take the run. See you on the flippy flops.